Hey guys, I'm back for another video, and welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. And in this one, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this amazing potion brewing machine. As you guys probably know, I've invented one of these quite a while ago. It was back in 2013, I believe. And it had a lot of the features you see here. It allowed you to select your modifiers in the back, press a button, and it would create your potion. Well, unfortunately for me, a few things have changed in recent times, including the addition of Dragon's Breath, as well as the Rabbit's Foot, and the requirement for blaze powder inside of a brewing stand. So I've updated the design a bit to work better in more recent versions, and even future ones. As you can see, as I'm recording this, there is no other ingredient we could really add other than like a pufferfish, but you know, spiderite is the same thing. But yeah, so if some future ingredient could go there. But anyway, yeah, there's a few things I've updated as well. More than just adding new things, it has some special logic which allows you to more efficiently brew your potions. So before I show you how to make it, let's give an example of how this thing would work in a normal situation in game. Okay, so as you can see, we have our little interface here. First, we gotta have a potion we want to make. So I think one of the most interesting potions you can make in the game is an invisibility lingering potion. So yeah, let's do that. So in order to do that, of course, we're gonna need a golden carrot. That's gonna give us night vision. So what we're gonna want to do is flip this lever. As you can see, the sign here clearly says up means add, down means don't add. So we're gonna add a fermented spider eye so that we can turn it to invisibility. And then we get to select our modifier. Either we want to upgrade the effect or upgrade the duration of the effect. Of course, you can only have one of these two things, which is why there's only one lever. As I flick the lever, it will cycle between these two. For this potion, we're going to want redstone because that increases the duration. You can't upgrade invisibility anyway, so increased duration it is. And since we want to make it a lingering potion, what you would think we'd have to do is flick the gunpowder lever and then the dragon's breath lever, which would work, but you don't have to do that with this design because there is another thing. If you want to make a lingering potion, of course, you need to have gunpowder first. So what I've done is made it so that when you flick the lever for the lingering potion over here, the dragon's breath, then it automatically will make the gunpowder go as well, since it's a prerequisite. Or if you just wanted to make a splash potion, you could just flick this and not have to worry about the dragon's breath. But yeah, so what we're going to want is both of these, of course. And as you can see, everything is all set up. Let's press the button. And then we walk over to the brewing stand. And as you can see, we have full blaze powder, and now a nether wart's up here, and we have some water bottles down below, and there's a hopper on top of this thing feeding in all of the ingredients in a very specific order that allows this thing to make the potion you want. So let's speed up. And as you can see, we have a lingering potion of invisibility with 2-minute duration. So, as you take out the potion, your water bottles are automatically redispensed. Blaze powder stays topped up even if this runs out. As you can see, it starts to top off itself if I take out blaze powder. So I don't want that. Put that back in. So, looking at the back here, we have a whole chest full of blaze powder with a hopper facing into the side of the brewing stand, just so that you know, you don't have to worry about it. And then back here, you have the water bottles. You might want to have more than just a single chest. Maybe put a hopper and another chest on top, something like this. But that's completely up to you. But yeah, I would recommend you do something like this, just so that you get a whole bunch of water bottles, so you don't have to refill it very often. But yeah. So anyway, we have these potions now made automatically for us. This process would have been really annoying because it takes somewhat like 30 seconds per ingredient, and you'd have to sit and wait and put in the next one. And you don't have to deal with any of that malarkey. It just happens all right there. So let's demonstrate its use in the real world because it's fun. I don't know. Hey there. Oh, it's an invisible creeper. I accidentally walked in my own thing. There you go. Invisible creepers. How diabolical is that? Yeah, you can just walk over. That works on anything, by the way. Anything that walks in the range of a lingering potion will get the effect. It's pretty scary. But anyway, now that I showed you how it works, now it's time to show you how to build it. So to start off, you're going to want a flat area like this. Build 5 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go 8 blocks back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be the floor. You can make it out of whatever block you want. I'm just using purple blocks because it's pretty. Once you have your floor, it's time to make the walls. So we can go all the way around like this. Again, any block you like, as long as it doesn't like conduct any redstone currents or whatever. That would be a problem. Don't make this out of redstone blocks. You might have issues. So on the left side, you're going to want to have 6 buttons. So we're going to put them in these spots right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we can make our wall going around like this. Build some blocks like that. And then we have 4 buttons on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we can place our buttons down on the blocks. And then our item frames underneath. And we should probably leave this area open for now. We're going to be doing some work here very soon. Okay, so then we have the back. This is pretty simple as well. Just place down some sticky pistons like this. Put some blocks on top of it. And then you can put your levers down. You don't need one in the middle. We're going to put a sign there. Or you can put whatever you like, to be honest. So just an item frame with a lever. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Alright, I put down the sign. Then we can put down our item frames there as well. Okay, so the next part of this is a little complicated. This is when we put down our actual brewing stand right there. Put some blocks up like this just so we don't get confused. Put a hopper there. And then another one there. We put a trap chest. This is for our blaze powder. We put another hopper here. Then we can put a regular chest there. And then that is where we will be putting our water bottles. And as I said earlier, you can add some more capacity if you want to store more water bottles. That's up to you. For this design, I guess I might as well go with 2 double chests. And I'll go for an extra hopper underneath too, just to get the extra 10 item slots. Why not? Put a block here. And then take a dropper and face it this way so that it is facing right above the brewing stand like that. And then we take our hoppers, hold down your shift key, or if you're on console, just hold down crouch, and then there you go. You just do this. So you place hoppers on top of hoppers, and then as you can see, this dropper here is for the nether warts. And this is very ugly, so I would recommend you take some paintings and you cover this up. Now, what I'd recommend for placing down the paintings, you put some blocks around just so that the game knows what kind of painting you want. Then you get something like that. So let's go for that picture, why not? Michelangelo or whoever that is, I don't remember. And then down here we put a block like this, and then we should be able to get a single painting. So there you go. We've hidden the fact that there's a bunch of complicated stuff going on back there. All we really want is the brewing stand. Now we start getting into the complicated stuff. So to start off, we put some upper half slabs. You could put blocks as well, but slabs look a lot better inside. So yeah, upper half slabs just over the block with the piston. As you can see, it's the upper half of that block that the piston is pushing. And then we are going to want to go up by a block all the way around. And then we get to add our ceiling, which can be at the same block level, a little bit higher than the slabs. Just go like this. And of course, you're going to want to add some sort of lighting. And then we can put a block there as well. So let's add some lighting. Let's take some blocks out from the middle here, replace them with glowstone or something. Again, up to you what you do with this. You can put redstone lamps if you can figure out how to get them to light up without interfering with the hoppers on top. There you go. Something simple like that. Okay, so as you can see, the inside's done. That's nice. Now it's time to head outside. So what we're going to want to do is put down some redstone torches on the blocks with the buttons. Put a block on top of that. Redstone torches on top of that. Then we get rid of some blocks here. And of course we do the same for the 4 buttons on this side. Line all of it with redstone, as you can see here. And I should probably note, these are all the buttons that you press to start the brewing process. And all the way over here, we have the furthest button that loops the redstone all the way around. And then we get to the nether wart chest. That's how we dispense that item first. is because every single one of these buttons will activate this redstone line, and boom, as you can see right there, nether wart goes first. That's how we, just if you want a little bit of insight as to how this thing does what it does. Okay, so now that we've done that, we are going to want to put some redstone repeaters down. 3 like that, 1 like that. We're going to leave this space open, put a redstone dust piece there because that is the gunpowder spot. That needs to be delayed, or the rest of them need to be delayed. This one needs to be first because if you do dragon's breath and you have another repeater here, the dragon's breath will come before the glowstone, or the gunpowder. So, problems. Okay, now that we have all our redstone down, it's time to put down our droppers. So let's put some blocks on top of every single redstone torch, like that. Put droppers like this. And then over by the modifiers, we do more droppers that look like that. And then we get rid of these blocks underneath. What you need to do is make sure that there's a block between the droppers and the pistons. Only one block. If you've done this correctly, when you flip every lever in here, you should see that the blocks are now connecting this redstone to this dropper. That's what you want. Now for the hopper lines. This is really simple. All you got to do, place a hopper on top of the hopper by holding down your crouch, and then you make a pattern that looks like this. You start there, make your way this way, go like this, keep going until you get there. That's when you want to start over. You go over here, then go this way. Now the reason for that is you want the modifiers to make it in after the main ingredient does, which is why they're at the end of this hopper line, and this one is of course going to get there first before any modifiers from all the way back there do, since the speed of hoppers is constant. So yeah, there you go. Now we have a way to get all of our ingredients and modifiers into the brewing stand down there. We're almost done. So there is one final step in the back if we want to add that special functionality so that this thing is pretty smart about what things it allows you to dispense at a time. So we're going to put some blocks down. It doesn't matter which. I'm going to put down purple again. Place 2 blocks like this, 2 blocks like this, 1 block like this. And then we fill in over here. These blocks are just aesthetic. It really doesn't matter. But it just makes things look a little better, I guess, because you don't see outside from inside. Forgot to put 1 block there. So now let's add some redstone. We'll put a redstone torch on this block, redstone there, repeater there, 2 torches like this, and then 1 redstone right there. And if you did it correctly, now you should have proper logic. So what we want is the ability to pull this lever and have both go off. Pull it again, they both come down. Pull this lever, this one independently goes up, and then this one will cycle between these 2. As you can see, everything's working perfectly. So now that you've built this thing, all you have to do is add all of your ingredients and modifiers. I would recommend having a little area up here that's accessible, which allows you to actually put in all of these items. So for example, if you really want to get fancy, you can put item frames like this so that you can remember which one is for which. But then you have to remember that the one for nether warts is down there. So maybe put like a item frame like this, and then you have your nether warts and your blaze powder. I would do something like that. So maybe blaze powder on the bottom since it's a chest, and then above it would be the nether wart like that. So I'm going to fill in all of these, and then I'll be back. Alright, as you can see, I've placed down all of the items in the item frames. Again, this is a maintenance area. It really doesn't have to look nice, but, you know, just for the tutorial's sake, I'll give you guys some advice on how to do that. And yeah, you can see all of the modifiers in the back there. Very easy to access. And then you have the 2 over here. You have the nether wart right there, and then the blaze powder right down there. And then I should probably add another one for water bottles really quickly. And then just go like that. There you go. Now you can see water bottles go there. So that is it for this tutorial, guys. Leave a like down below if you've enjoyed. And oh boy, is this an awesome machine. In the future, I'm going to be making another potion brewing machine, except this one is 100% automatic, and it will constantly stock chests for you with a whole bunch of different potions, and the second you take one, it will make more. So that's going to be really cool. But for now, you have this one, which I would say is pretty sufficient anyways, because it automates the process of putting together. Of course, I didn't add anything to these chests here, but you can see all the items over here. Well, anyway, that is it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.